Flame.
Yo, what's up, Justa?
Yo, let's have a conversation.
Wanna have a conversation?
We can have a conversation.
Yo, we can have a conversation.
Yo, let's have a conversation.
Anytime you want a conversation,
we can have a conversation.
Have a conversation.
Yo, how you feel about your craft, where it takes you, hoping to break through and show the whole world that can make or break you. Times when there was no bread to make do is what we had. All hard times turn to craft, still hone it. It's like something inside keeps going, knowing I ain't got a dime, dealing with this present time. Just a verse, you feel me?
How do I feel about my craft, you ask? Well, my craft is more than words, it's a verse to express me. Laced with fire to spark a flame unexpectedly, always making listeners think. When I think about my craft, I think of cats from my past. De La Soul paving the way for Most Def, Common, and Talib Kweli. Once looked at as hippies, now looked at as thinkers, teachers. I want to teach her and him not to give in to the pressures of image. Now, I know I'm slightly changing the subject, but cats be subject to change the lyrical content because a horny record rep on the extra zero on their paycheck said to. So now I ask you, how you feel about image?
After slavery, after being ripped from family, after being denied education, after being labeled as property, after being brainwashed to believe that the God being served somehow approves of all of this, Black folks still manage to find their success. The Black capital of the South, Durham, North Carolina. The Black Mecca, Harlem, New York. The Harlem of the South, Richmond, Virginia. The Black Broadway, Washington, D.C. The richest Negro street in the world, located in Atlanta, Georgia. The cultural hub for Black entrepreneurs, West Oakland, California. The Black Wall Street, Tulsa, Oklahoma. These are just 7 cities that created Black success and Black communities with Black money and Black support. They have something else in common, though. They were successful until white people came in and either destroyed or gentrified these communities. Now, when you ask Black folk about Black Wall Street, they know it was burnt down, but rarely do you find those that know how it was built. Instead of knowing and recognizing the greatness of our people, the capability of our people, we've somehow been convinced that the same people that brought destruction when we did it on our own will somehow be the saviors to rebuild what they destroyed. Make it make sense. I challenge my people to dream of what we can do. I challenge my people to work with each other, see what happens. See, our ancestors have given us a blueprint. Let's stop ignoring it and get to work. And that's my just a thought.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Unvaccinated Voices. I'm Eddie Clark. I got to tell you something. Today we're going to keep going on with our theme we've been going the last couple of weeks, and that is Black excellence, and we're looking about it in business. We're talking about serious Black excellence as far as what we're doing right now. And what I really want from all y'all is to take your time and really check out what's going to happen today. We got a couple of very great guests on today. We got Kareem Blue from Blue Boy Boxing. He's going to be on. And we're going to start this thing off with something that's really, really, really great. We're going to start one of our own. That's right, because we have a young lady on here that has started her own business, that has managed to make it flower, and it's only going to get bigger and better. And a lot of y'all have heard about it, but you really don't know that much about it. And the Queen, Karina Ford, is going to actually take this interview and take us through it. But first, let me introduce to some and present to others the power of just a verse. We're going to play a little something for you, and then after that, Karina Ford will be taking you through it. We got a great show for you today. Stick around.
Melanated queen. When you look in the mirror, what do you see? Is it royalty? Is it the vision of your unmatched beauty? I see you, do you see me? We are the mothers of the earth. Seeds planted by our kings nurture our very nature in which life does emerge. Submerge yourself in the wave of your beauty. So many imitate you and me, melanated queen. When you look in the mirror, what do you see? Is it love unapologetically? Is it the realization that you are unique? I see you, do you see me? From your crown to your feet and the frequency that vibes in between. Goddess love, you are the epitome. When you look in the mirror, do you see you're a melanated queen?
Everybody's muted.
Got to unmute myself. What up, people? How y'all? So, I'm so excited about this because you know how much I talk about they treating the black woman wrong. Well, today we're going to make it right for once, okay? This lady is amazing. Like, I didn't even know all the stuff that she's done. You know what I mean? She's like a author, a poet, conversationalist. It's everything. She is or embodies everything to me that a black woman is. And without further ado, let's introduce my girl, Justa Burst. What up?
Y'all made me feel special.
Get it.
I believe the children of the future.
I'm gonna be late to every episode if this is what's gonna happen.
Word, huh?
Show us all the beauty they possess inside.
Oh my goodness, y'all crazy.
Very fortunate that is his seed. I don't know how he did it.
You know what I'm saying?
He
lied.
That's
how he did it. He lied.
Hey,
my poor mama.
Telling his mama.
Even Maury's like,
what in the? Oh, not him. Come on now.
Let's get another DNA test.
Come on. This can't be right.
I must be the first guy in the history of that show that the mother actually went and said, it's not his. I'm telling you, it's not his.
I'm telling you, it's not.
Give me another test. Ed, you are the father. She jumped. I jumped up and said, yeah. She go, oh no, she's the one. And then she ran out.
Facts.
Let's get into it.
All right. So I'm looking on your site, right? Checking everything out, right? And what's dope to me is like just the intro. Peep the intro, y'all. This right here go probably make you cry and shit, but I'm gonna tell you anyway, right? It says, for your heart only. Right? And then it's like, there's a power in our words. Melanated Verses celebrates the kinetic, creative energy of black women and the potential transformative energy of black girls. Melanated Verses showcases the literary works of black women written for black women and black girls through various genres and forms of literature, including novels, self-love, children's books, poetry, and spoken word. melanatedverses.com is the place where black women can empower each other and themselves. From the word came life, and through our words we live. Get in touch, baby. Yo,
you want to know what's super dope? Why I love this so much? I ain't even write it. You know who wrote it?
Who wrote it?
My twin, Hugh. Y'all love him so much. I tell y'all, we are two sides of the same coin. So I told him what I wanted it to say.
You know,
but I was bad. Like,
I feel bad right now. I'm sorry. I apologize. Because I thought when you say you know who wrote it, I thought you was going to reciprocate like your father did you and say my dad. So I was waiting for, and then you said Hugh. I was like, oh, damn. No. Here we go again.
My dad created me, so shout out to him for that. Shout out to him for creating me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, my cousin, I told him what I wanted it to be because everything I wrote, I'm long-winded. Even when I write, I'm long-winded. So I had paragraphs, and he did that, and I think that embodies everything that I want for this site and everything that I do.
Wow. That says a lot about you too. You know what? To be able to go deep enough to put that feeling, through the heart of a woman. What? Y'all got a lot of good DNA over there on that side of the family.
It's my mama's side.
I was gonna say, gotta be your mama's side, your daddy's side.
My mama's side.
Your daddy's side.
Damn. The D ain't even standing for daddy no more. They turning it to the donor. The donor. Damn.
Every time I'm funny, we can say shout out to my dad.
Yeah. Every time I'm funny, shout out to my dad. We know. He's like, yeah, whatever.
So Steph, excuse me, just the verse. I know.
Yeah.
Her government. So anyway, what made you want to start this?
I had self-esteem issues all my life.
What?
All my life. I'm not gonna say on here who it was, but there was a specific incident that took place when I was very young. I was still living in New York. And it was one of those first episodes where, you know how they take the little baby dolls, one is white, one is black, and it's the same exact doll, and then they put it in front of the kids and be like, which one's the pretty one? And then in the 80s, they all picked the white one because it was like, whatever. When I was looking at it, I promise you, I remember that moment. I, in my mind, was saying the black baby because the black baby looked like me. So I'm thinking, and the person that was there said, what you think about it? And before I could respond, another person that was there was like, I know she's going to say the white one because she thinks she white. And when they said that, I don't know what it is, but it triggered something in me that I was giving off this vibe that wasn't attractive to those around me. So between that and just, I just was like, all right, whatever. And then I was always the tomboy because my dad, he wanted a son. He was happy with a girl, but he wanted a son. So, I was going to all the baseball games, all the basketball games, all that type of stuff. Like during the 90s, I was crisscross. I wore my clothes backwards, whole 9 yards. I was just such a tomboy that I ended up always connecting with guys. And I was always that one girl that was with all the guys. Well, fast forward, I end up learning about sex. And in learning about sex, I said, oh, I could be cute. Okay. And then I ended up having Makai. After that, soon after that, I got into a car accident that gave me the scar. Yeah, the scar on my
It's a beauty mark now.
It is a beauty mark now. But at that time, I already had low self-esteem issues.
Yeah, okay.
So this happens and it's smack on my face. Now, I will tell you this. I can curse the devil, give him his due. Makai's father always maintained, you're beautiful. And he kissed my scar. And he said, you're beautiful. Like he never... Yeah. Any of that, you know what I'm saying? I could tell you some stories about some things that he did do, but that's one thing he didn't do. But I just didn't, you know what I'm saying? It did not compute. It did not compute.
Anime. Come on, eat that cake, anime. Now go on, cake.
Yeah. And it's funny because we used to do that scene, not in real life, but we used to act out that scene a lot.
So that is to do that.
So we would joke around and do that stuff. And after that, I ended up getting into back-to-back relationships that ended in guys cheating on me. So this adds to my low self-esteem. Well, after my last relationship, which we were engaged, we married, whole 9 yards, this, that, and the other. He goes on social media, completely humiliates me because while I'm thinking things are Gucci, this man got a whole other situation going on, After I had a moment to sit down and think about it. No diss to him at all, but I had an accountability thing. I had already gotten upset with him. I had already cussed at him. I had already done trash. I had already gotten him back, all this type of stuff. And then there came a point where I had alone time with me, where I did not allow myself to blame him for anything. I went into different parts of my relationship with him, and then I went on to others. And every time something came up, well, he did cheat on you. Yeah, but how long did you know he was doing stuff like this and you allowed it to keep going? And now all of a sudden you surprised, you shocked, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had to understand what I was giving out. It doesn't excuse his actions, but I had to understand what I was giving out. So in understanding what I was giving out, I started to fall in love with me. And in falling in love with me, I began to understand that when you're in love with somebody, you want to give them everything. You want to take them out on dates. You want to buy them nice things. You want to make sure they look good. You want to compliment them. You want to do all those things. Right. So I started doing that for myself. I started taking myself out to eat. I started, getting myself all cute. I got my body snatched. I did everything, whatever. And when I fell in love with me, I started feeling amazing. And I wanted to bring that on in whatever way that I could, because I didn't want somebody to be 38, 39 years old before they finally realized, yo, you're dope. Wow. So that's all of that is what brought on, brought on this whole thing, right? So he brings up this. So in doing this, I tried to pinpoint one thing that I could do. I can't. Because there are two sides to me. There's Stephanie M. Clark and there's Justa Verse. Right. Stephanie M. Clark is the author. She writes stories. She writes self-help things. She does all that type of stuff. Justa Verse, she a little ratchet. She a little straight up. She's going to tell you no passes, all those types of things. I've learned that both sides are empowering to other women. So definitely. That's how that came to be.
And can I say this real quick? Can I just say this real quick? I can put that in my life. What you just said right there, because men got a lot of issues. Men got a lot of damn issues. And I think if all men do the same thing to themselves, they'll know how to treat their queen, to analyze themselves and why they do the dirt that they do, and stop blaming their baby mamas or their mothers or their whomever, and start soul searching on what they can do. So as you was talking like that and saying that, I said every fella that's out here, especially our black and brown men, to pay attention, because that goes for us too.
So here's the thing, and Karina, I'm gonna let you ask the next question, but to respond to that, right? That's my ultimate hope, because who was it? Malcolm X that said it, but it was said that the first teacher is the mother, right? So if I'm doing everything I can to empower a young girl, when she becomes a mother and she has a son, he has no choice but to see and feel queen energy. So in seeing and feeling queen energy, he's not going to do anything but treat his wife like the queen that he's grown up seeing in his mother. You know what I'm saying? So my hope is, I can't speak for a man, and that's why I'm grateful to all the male figures that's been in my son's life, because they filled in a lot of gaps that I can't do. But him seeing me with, regardless of what's going on, my grandmother's make sure I keep that crown on my head. He sees that, and I can say without a shadow of doubt in my mind that he treats his queen with utmost love and respect.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Also, I'm wondering how, what you went through, right? And pursuing education. How did that just slide into one thing, like bachelor's, master's, I got to do this, I got to get this?
No. And I'm gonna tell you why you can get mad at Hugh now, because we love Hugh so much. But let me tell you what Hugh did to me. So when we were on the show, we talked about how we went to the same high school and how our parents made sure that we were in neighborhoods where we could go to nice high schools. Well, we moved out of the neighborhood, so we used their address so that I could continue to go to the school.
Right.
And I applied to one college, University of South Florida. 1997, I applied to that one college. And I never heard anything from them till about a week before time for class to start. And we're at, Seventh-day Adventists have these things called camp meetings and federations thing. And that's where all the Seventh-day Adventists in that area come together. They have a big weekend service, whatever. So we went up to camp meeting and my cousin Hugh says, "Oh, by the way, this came for you." And he had this big old envelope with my acceptance letter from University of South Florida. Wow. And I was like, class starts next week. I already missed all the deadlines. This is not what's up. I was so heated.
Oh no!
I was wondering how you caught that case.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
But I'm always grateful for everything. For whatever reason, I wasn't supposed to go there, right?
Right.
And to be honest with you, I can almost guarantee you the reason is because they had me trying to study stuff I didn't want to do. So I went to a community college, blah, didn't take. Then I went and I just got a little certificate in bookkeeping. Because at this time, because I graduated in 97, I got pregnant with Makai in 98. I had him in 99. So this is around 99 that I said, I got to figure out something. So I went and I got a little certificate in bookkeeping. And then I said, okay, I got to get a degree. And I went to DeVry, but then I got into this accident right around the same time 9/11 happened. It was a whole bunch of stuff that happened within, because it was Labor Day weekend, 2001. So it was Labor Day weekend. I had took off because I had gotten in an accident. When I tried to come back, 9/11, it was just too much going on. So I didn't do that. So then finally, I moved to Georgia and I said, I got to figure out a way to make money. I was working at a studio in Morrow, Georgia, for this independent, independent label. And I was writing on that independent label. And I ended up going to school to Herzing University for medical billing and coding. I didn't want to do it. So I called them to find out what I needed to do to go into a business program. Keep in mind, I couldn't get any school because I owed DeVry because I left. But for some reason, because I was in the certification class I was in their system. So they just switched me over to the bachelor's program. And that's how I got my bachelor's degree in 2010. I love school and I was like, business is cool. This way I can start a business, but I still want to do something with my writing. So then I went to Full Sail and got my master's in creative writing. And then I got bored again. And then my son was showing interest in music. So I was like, well, I want to make sure that his paperwork is always together. So I went back and got a master's degree in entertainment business. So I was like, if my son ever pop, and they come bringing stuff over there, at least I'm going to have the knowledge to be able to say this is a bad deal or whatever the case may be. I would at least have that knowledge to get on to him, to help him out. And that was my education.
That's hardcore. That's dope, though, because you know what? I always wanted to do Full Sail. You know what I'm saying? I was going to do production. You know what I mean? I was like, and I don't know how to produce any beats, but I know I love music. Hey, that's that. Hey, you boy, push that one more time. Yep.
Okay,
oh, that's it.
Okay. I know it sounds good.
Yeah, right. Add a little whoop to it. You know what I'm saying? Then it can be dope. So that's dope. You know what I'm saying? I love the tenacity. I love that you continued on no matter what you say. All right, I'll start this now. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And that's how most of women, they're like, oh, y'all all over the map. It's no. We're trying to make up for lost time, being under some waterhead that wasn't doing what he was supposed to do.
That's
waiting
right.
for him to pop off. If he don't
right.
pop off, you know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Oh!
That's right. That's right. That's right.
For somebody, and this is a good thing to tell people, hey, don't wait. Just the first didn't wait. Don't you wait either, because will be old and dusty before you things pop off. So,
It's true.
with all
in all
of
parts,
this,
in all places, a lot of dust.
so when you got all of this done, your young mother, how did it affect uh, everything else that was going to happen after that?
Once I had Makai, my life was dedicated to making sure he was straight. So I started writing songs when I was super young. I told you guys before, I wrote my first song with Hugh. It was horrible, but hey, we did what we did. And then I thought I was a rapper, but I wasn't. I was definitely a spoken word artist. So I got into that. I wrote some plays when I was in high school, some church plays and stuff like that.
Right.
And I just made sure that I used every bit of me to push Makai along. Because my whole thing was this. At that point, I said, I got to worry about him. So if I can't do it myself, I'm going to pour everything I can in so that he can make it if that's what he chooses to do. So I spent all of that time. That boy, when I tell you that boy got everything he asked for, he wanted to do game creation thingies. He did that. He wanted to put together montages. I got him the equipment to do that. He wanted to play the bass, got him a bass. He wanted to play the acoustic guitar, got him. He wanted to play the harmonica, got him a harmonica. Like everything he wanted to do, always made sure that he had it. Now, when he graduated from high school, my dude said, listen, you took your 20s and your 30s to take care of me and to raise me. Go do you. I'm going to be fine. So I said, I bet you ain't got to tell me twice. So I came out to Arizona partially because of the chaos of the relationship, but a lot of it was because of it just brought me peace out here. So coming out here and having peace, I was able to tap into more stuff. And that's when I did my Here's the Thing, a verse or two on Loving You, which is my self-love book, where it's an accountability book. Anyone who reads it, I'm vulnerable in it. I tell it some dirt that I've done. It is what it is. Because I take the fact that I forgave myself for all my dirt and I put it on me and wear it like a cape. Like, you can't touch me. Somebody could come and they could be like, you did this. I did. It happened. Like, what are we going to do about it?
Yep.
It already happened. All you can do is start from this moment forth and do better. And that's where the life coaching comes in. Karina put me on, and now I'm doing empowerment coaching, where we're talking about, okay, life happened. We get it. We get it. If you need to face that, I can refer to a therapist. But if you're trying to move forward from this moment on, we're going to do it. We're going to do it with accountability. And that's my whole journey. Once Makai gave me that okay to go do what I do, it's like my whole mission is to empower any Black woman that I see. And I'm specifically saying Black. Now, I empower women on a whole. And I ain't even going to lie to you. It's my Black women, my people of color, and then the white would come, but I still empower you guys. I will.
White folks on a gradual basis, ain't that something?
You know what I'm saying? Hey. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like the other day at Walmart, I saw this woman. When I tell you, oh my God, she's so bad that my mama was like, dang, she's gorgeous. I had to get in the car and drive around and tell her, ma'am, I need you to know that you are killing the game right now. And she was like, really? And she takes off her mask. God damn it, she beautiful too. I said, oh.
No, I thought you were going to say something else like she had 5 o'clock shadow.
Let me tell you something. Nope.
Oh, damn. She keeps standing up. Oh,
no. And then Black woman to Black woman, I could tell she was at least in her 50s. But I'm telling you, ain't no woman in that parking lot or that Walmart could touch this lady. And I just had to let her know, you are killing the game, ma'am. And she was so humble about it, which was beautiful. But, you know, that's my thing, empowering our people. Like, let's go.
Yeah. So wait, John, do you have any questions? I didn't ask a bunch of questions. Do you have any questions for Just the Verse?
Man, honestly, I have a comment. I'm just really proud to be on this set right now and to listen to her. And I know she get tired of me saying it, but she just reminds me so much of how my mom raised me. With you get long-winded when you talking, but it even worse with them ass whoopings, because she used to get long-winded with the ass whippings. It was like,
and we hit on every syllable. You do realize that. You get it on every syllable.
Yes. But you know what? With that woman, I never seen a jail cell. I was able to be a father like she would want me to be, and I took care of her when she had dementia at the end, because she took care of me when nobody else would. So I'm just really feeling empowered just listening to your story. And I think that's why God don't make mistakes and got us all here together. So congratulations.
I believe
Strong
that.
J to you, sis. Strong J.
I believe Strong J.
Just the Burst. Tell everybody how they can reach you and how your connections are. Of course, that comes up in the credits, but there's some people on right now, so tell them exactly how to reach you and what how to get in touch with you and check out what you do. And before I say anything else, y'all got to check out Melanated Conversations. That's all I got to say. And go to the one called Black Love. That's the first one. That's the one I fell in love with. Go to the one called Black Love. It's not what you think. You need to learn something. And we'll be teaching that in the next couple of weeks. But you need to learn something. Check that one out. That one is strong. That is crazy strong. Well, my grandson, it's all right. But
hater.
But seriously, check that out. How do we get in touch with you, Just Verse?
Okay, so just so you know, the name of the podcast is Just the Conversations. And that's because somebody else got that name before I did my legal stuff. So I'm gonna do an episode on making sure your legal stuff is taken care of so you don't do what I did. But okay, anyway, you can find me at melanatedverses.com. You can also find me on Twitter, IG, Facebook, and Melanated Verses. You can find me on those same platforms, Just the Verse. And if you go to my website though, like melanatedverses.com, you'll get to see everything. Go ahead, and I have a couple things coming out. I have a t-shirt line coming out. I also have some edibles coming out, CBD, so I can ship it across. But if you in Phoenix, holla at your girl. I can keep it within the state. Now tell me, okay. But yeah, that's it.
What?
All right.
What you had to be a warrant for? A warrant for what? Get your hands off me! Unhand me! Yo, y'all, check it out. Yo, Just the Burst, give us some love. What you thinking? What you thinking? Give us some love, no doubt.
And can I say this real quick? For people my age and up, I had to Google edibles, and it wasn't what I originally thought. All right? So if y'all expecting some draws and shit,
that ain't the peanut butter jelly
CBD.
CBD. It ain't no draws.
And if you in Arizona, THC. But CBD.
Hey, check it out. We gotta get out. I want to get a move on because we go to our next guest right now. Today we're talking Black excellence, and once again, thank you, Just the Verse. If you guys don't know, check out Melanated Verses. Trust me, it is worth your time. You need to check it out. Educate yourself on something. And white folks, even though it's on a gradual basis, y'all can learn something too. I'm just saying, I don't want trouble. We're gonna take a quick pause for the cause. When we come back, we're gonna have Kareem Blue from Blue Boy Boxing. But first, we support. So let's start with a little support from the people in Black business. Support Black business. Your dollars mean something when you support people like this.
I had to climb for it. I'm inclined to find a better crime for it. You blessed. Yeah. Wait in line for it. Make time for it. Hustling faith to walk blind for it. Struggling grace, I had to climb for it. I'm inclined to find a better crime for it. You blessed. Yeah. Wait in line for it. Make time for it. Hustling faith to walk blind for it. Struggling grace, I had had to climb for it. I'm inclined to find a better grind for it.
I'm Cousin Paul, CUZZINPAUL. I just want to be America's favorite cousin. I love everybody. Peace.
Hustling faith to walk blindfold. Struggling.
She is confident in who she is. Her walk, the way she moves, her hair, and especially her skin, sun-kissed. Whether she wears makeup or is as natural as the day she was born, whether she is bare or with silver and gold adorned, she knows her worth. Her self-esteem, though often misconstrued, exudes the beauty she feels within. And she is a gift because she knows who she is.
Back and forth, like, fuck up what you're asking for, but you're back and forth, like, but is your man still back at home? He ain't that important, like, you ain't really seen it like that before, not like that before. You're like, when you put it like that, you right. Nigga think you got it like that, when I act like that, alright. My brother had to backtrack, back on fact, you right, you right.
Download Blue Boy Boxing Club app for free at the App Store or Google Play.
So many people helped me get to this point in my life, man. I just want to do the same for others. It would be disrespectful to those who trained me, poured all that knowledge into me, not to pay it forward. As I train, I just want to produce winners. Not just in the boxing ring, but in the game of life. Life is like one long boxing match. You bobbing, weaving, trying to go the distance, trying to outlast challenges that'll come your way. You don't always have control over situations, but you do have control over your attitude and how you treat them. I've had many challenges, many obstacles I've had to overcome, and I did. I mean, I grew up poor. My mom and my sister, you know, we was homeless, in and out of homeless shelters, floating around. I found my inspiration from dreaming, man. I watch TV and I just dream.
I am the greatest.
I say I may be poor now, but if I think that way, then it's really reality. So I will always have hope that things will be better. My mom instilled that in me. You know what I mean? Always have hope. I am my dreams, and like, you know what I mean? My dreams are me. I always knew that when my career was over, I'd teach. But I didn't know that my back injury would end my career sooner than expected. But it did. Here I am. I'm that guy that didn't quit. Still moving forward, finding the light. You know, it's never too late to become the person that you want to be.
That interview almost did it all by itself, y'all. Check it out. Here he is, the man, the legend, Mr. Kareem Lewis in the house.
Can't hear me? Can't hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right, I'm doing good.
We're gonna break all the secrets in a minute. In a little while after John gets started, I'm gonna let you talk about. You said you and your sister. I'll let everybody figure that out when the time comes.
Okay.
But check it out. A lot of respect, man. It's never too late to become the person Never too late, and I respect that.
Yes, sir.
You have a lot of game with you, brother, and believe me, we gonna delve in all that. What you folks saw just before that, you saw the commercial spot. Blue Boy Boxing is gonna be on here all the time. You'll be checking it out when you got things going on. Download that app, check it out, and get down with Blue Boy Boxing. But right now, you're gonna deal with the professor. Ladies and gentlemen,
I feel like you should ring a bell or something. Leave me on.
Yo, man, I was trying to get my Michael Buffer up. Wait, matter of fact, you know what? Because I like y'all so much, let me do this like this. Hold up. Let me hook this up real quick. Because I'm in
you got the voice. You got the voice for it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Unvaccinated Voices. In the red corner, from Hartford, Connecticut, he is the professor. He is the man with the plan. He knows what others think they know. Mr. John C. Hinton. And in the blue corner, coming in, a champion, a teacher, the man who can reach you, Mr. Kareem Blue.
That's my cousin.
So now,
that's my cousin.
For all watching and the millions around the world,
I know him.
Let's get ready to rumble!
All right, Kareem. I'm so glad.
I got the hat. No,
Kareem, I'm so glad you didn't click off after listening to that shit. Thank you very much for that.
No,
I thought you was gonna click back and you be gone. Like
no, when I tuned in, just Verse was talking about her edible T-shirts or something like that she was making.
Yeah.
I was like, edible
You
T-shirts?
you thought I would say the same thing. Like
we'll go for it. We'll go for it.
I was like, either she telling T-shirts and edibles or edible T-shirts. I was like, I'm in. I was,
whatever, get me a sale, whatever.
Hey, you know what's crazy? Oh, brothers can't do that. We can't sell no edible draws. Anyway, brother Kareem, thank you, my man. Oh my God, I thought I was watching like the beginning of a Floyd Mayweather thing right there, man.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that.
You, brother
appreciate
Kareem.
that.
Listen, you know your story and the boxing. When did you first fall in love with boxing? Let me ask you that first.
Well, to be honest with you, I first fell in love with martial arts.
Yeah,
that
okay.
was when I first. So my uncle had showed me The Last Dragon, and that's when I was like, I need to learn martial arts now, like today. You know what I mean? So,
okay.
Yeah, it was showing up Bruce Leroy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Young brother on the screen doing martial arts. I was used to like, Jim Kelly. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So when I saw Bruce Leroy, I was like, I want to do that. So like, so we didn't have access to no karate schools at the time. So I had like, kind of like an uncle of mine. And like, he had used to box, but he got like strung out on drugs. So he became homeless and stuff.
Okay.
So he just used to be in the park all the time, shadow boxing. So I was like, yo, man, show me that. You know what I mean? Until I get some karate skills, I'll learn this for now.
Yeah. It's that's beautiful because let me tell you something. It seems like a lot of brothers, I hear the same story. Like for me, I'm into comedy, but when I was younger, when I first learned about Bruce Lee, we had that little, I don't know if like for me, I live in Hartford, so we had that little studio. I mean, the movie theater that showed kung fu movies on the weekend.
Okay, we had those in New York. Yeah, we had those.
Okay, and Eddie Murphy said the same thing. He said the first time he saw some breastises was in one of them theaters that also showed kung fu movies, black because they never checked you for IDs back then.
Right? Yeah, you did. It was an actual real theater too, like balconies and all.
Yeah. My mother used to say to me, "Straight like you go to that theater every weekend." That's when I saw some breastises every weekend for $2. But yeah, so with that being said, let's talk about you with the community because I know growing up with my father, I lost my father when I was 11. And speaking of martial arts, I was in martial arts at that time. So it didn't hit me until a few days before his wake that I had a championship. And somebody in the family suggested maybe I should go if I get back on time because it'll take my mind off of it.
Right.
And I missed the wake because I wanted to bring a trophy home. So martial arts for people of color like you and I, it was that discipline when you didn't have that figure there. And people holding it down. So God bless you on that, man. And then
Did you win though? Did you win?
I took second, brother.
Okay, all right, okay, all right, okay, that's good.
It was the littlest trophy, the EBT card.
But it was worth it.
But it was
Bite-sized
worth
trophy?
every minute. But it was a bite-sized trophy. But let me tell you, I ran
an edible trophy.
Yeah. Well, this is back in the 80s. My mother wasn't letting me eat anything edible except biscuits. But again, you know, with what you do in the community, for people, for black and brown little boys, I'm telling you, man, it's inspirational because it's better to go into a gym and take that aggression out and learn discipline and learn about yourself. Because you could say, when I first started boxing, I didn't know how long 3 minutes actually was.
Yeah. A lot of women don't know how long 3 minutes is either. They be acting
Unless
crazy.
you do a plank. Go ahead and do a plank and you'll know what 3 minutes is. On one of them wall rest things. Yeah, I got a personal trainer. Go to hell.
It's a long time. It's like an eternity. Especially when you lose it. This ain't fun. When you lose
I can't imagine getting my ass beat for 3 minutes.
Yeah,
So Brother Kareem, I remember because I used to box at Johnny Duke's gym in Hartford, and then we had a guy by the name of Marlon Stalin.
The Magic Man.
Yeah, you know.
I know.
You're okay, guy. All right. So
he's still out. He's still out here shucking and jiving. He's still out here.
Yeah. So he, you know, so it was like the box. Like, all right, we're gonna put you in the ring, Tiger, so you can spar. And I was back then like Muhammad Ali, like you was like this. There you go, you know, with the dancing and bobbing. So man, as soon as the bell rung, I'm boom, boom, I'm ta 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 ta, boom, boom. 30 seconds later, that road work. Look at you. There you go. So let's talk about your trainers. Like, you train people too, because I looked on your website and I saw you was at the casino. You know, with some of your look at that.
Yeah, look at that. That's one of my little boys. Yeah, it's a little bulldog right there.
Look at that. Yeah. Before we even get to the trainer, the adults, talk about the kids you work with.
Oh man, like the kids I work with, man, it's crazy because I got kids from all over, like from the suburban areas, from the hood, and like they all like mix in together. So it's like it's cool that, like, you know what I mean, like that the black kids learn that, you know, just because they white don't mean they ain't got no hands. You know what I'm saying? And like, you know, and you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, the black kids learn, okay, they ain't soft just because they white. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, and then like it kind of just helps everybody like kind of like get along and learn about cultures. You know what I mean? Different cultures. You know.
Wow.
Yeah.
I know you may not. I know, and I'm telling you, I know you may not see it because you're in it. You're in the now, but you probably don't know how many lives you saved, brother.
Okay.
Yeah, man, and it's like, you know, it's crazy. Like, so actually, I was been open for 5 years. In June 4th, it'll make 5 years. So like the day we opened was like the day after Muhammad Ali died.
Oh.
So like when I first got the place, you know what I mean? Like the first thing I did, I have like a little Muhammad Ali like figurine. So like before I had any equipment in here, like he was the first thing I put in here was a little figurine by the window. Like, so it's kind of like my little angel to protect the club kind of thing.
Wow.
So so then so when we went to go open up, like I checked the thing, I saw all of the messages that Muhammad Ali had passed away, and it was like, you know, everybody was saying take it like some type of sign that, you know what I mean, that we was opening up that day to kind of continue, you know what I mean, like the boxing path going forward, you know. So it was
you know how Southern black women from them Baptist church said God works in mysterious ways. Bro.
Yeah, right. My mom from Mississippi, so you already know that's what she said. That's the first thing she said.
Your mom from Mississippi?
Yeah.
Oh, so the hardest challenge for you is that cooking and trying to train to keep that body weight down. You know, it's pork somewhere in on that plate.
Yeah, like, hey, Ma, could we not have fried chicken today? Like, oh, you must want a job then. You must have a job.
We won't have fried chicken when we done eating this fried chicken.
You want a la carte then? Oh, you need a job. That's what you know.
God bless you, brother. I also want to ask you this too now. So let's let everybody know, because we got a lot of viewers and they're building up, how and where they can find you. You know, I know that you're in Connecticut, and as well as they can go on your website. I want everybody that's out there to pay attention to this brother and what you're doing. I think you're not just, you know, beyond being positive into the community, but you said it yourself. People of all ages and all nationalities going there and learning, as what we used to say, the sweet science.
That's right. That's right. Street science.
And paying it forward. And you are paying it forward, brother. I remember Justa Verse asked me a question a couple of months ago. She says, how is you, as a black man, paying it forward as the next generation? And
right.
You're doing that right now. You're doing that right now. And I'm so proud that you're here. But, you know, before you go, I do want you to let them know how they can get in contact with you. All of that, please.
All right, I'm at 400 Watertown Road in Thomaston, Connecticut. You know what I mean? You could come on down here. You know what I mean? We open at 6 a.m. So I was here this morning at 6 a.m. teaching classes. You know what I mean? I'm still here. Like, we close at 8. You know what I mean? So I'm still here at the club. You know, we just finished cleaning up not too long ago. You know what I mean? We have, if you want to just get in shape, you want to compete, you know what I mean? We got that for everybody. So, like, we structure our thing like if you're going to compete regardless. So we train everybody like they're going to compete, whether they are or not. You know what I mean? We want them to get everything from the boxing thing, not just the, you know, the sparring and everything, the mindset.
Well, I tell you this, brother, I realized I saw you were still in shape, so I made sure that my sleeves covered all of this shoulder, you know, and before you go, I got to
ask a question before he goes, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whenever you squeeze me in, go ahead, John, but I'm just saying before
so
you
my
go
last
on.
question, I just want to ask you this. What's your favorite boxing movie of all, or if you can have, like, what's your favorite boxing movie?
Favorite boxing movie? I would have to say Rocky 3.
You know what? I cried in Rocky 3 and shit. I was like a little bitch in Rocky 3.
Club of Land.
Did you cry? Did you cry in Rocky 3?
Yeah. I mean, how old was I? Was like, what, 8? I was crying. It was,
You know
Mickey died. I mean,
it was, and the thing was about Rocky 3. You remember the part where he said, "Come on, Balboa, why don't you give me a shot? Let somebody give you a shot."
Mr. T was talking spicy. He was talking about his lady and Adrian. He was talking about Adrian. Everything.
Hey, woman, since your man ain't got no heart, why don't I show you a real man? That's your problem. Wish you had a real man.
Oh, damn, Mr. T. Hey,
did you see Stallone? I think he thought he was saying it for real.
Yeah, he was looking for security. Like, hey, get the dude out of here, man.
Yeah. Okay, so that was my favorite too. Okay, I'm gonna take it over to the queens. Go ahead, y'all. Do y'all thing.
Super dope. Shout out to you. Every time I watch any Rocky movie, I think of my dad because we watched a lot of Rocky movies together. So my dad's pretty dope every once in a while. Anyway, my question to you though is, we know that you train physically, but what do you aim, now that I see the dynamic of the types of people that you train, which seems to be of all walks of life,
right,
and the ages which start at young and go up. So what do you aim to teach beyond the physical fight in the ring? When you encounter someone new, especially those young people, what is your aim to teach them?
All right, so the first thing I do is I have a contract, you know what I mean, that the kids have to sign. So it tells them like what I expect from them, the behavior I want, like the energy I'm looking for, and the parents and the child have to sign it together. So they have to read it together before they do anything. So like my first thing is like, this is going to be like the first contract as a boxer that you got to go over, and don't break the contract. You know what I mean? So I was like, so if this ain't for you, make sure you read it over and know what you're getting into before you get into it. So like, I like to teach like a fight mindset, because everything like in life, right, that gets difficult, they put fight attached to it. Like if like if you get a disease, fight cancer,
right?
Fight mental health, fight, right? But the problem is a lot of people don't know how to fight properly. You know what I mean? Dude, get outside, just be like swinging crazy. That's not how you fight intelligently. You know what I mean? Really? So I try to teach them. You know what I mean? So I try to teach them how to fight intelligently. Like for example, like using a jab, right, to try to gauge distance and range, and also to try to stifle your opponent, right? So that could be like trying to find a job. You know what I mean? So I tell the guys, you know what I mean, like the difference between being patient and waiting. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, you know what I mean? So I was like, I'm being patient, but I'm looking for my moment as I'm being patient. So some of them will just wait for it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, don't wait. Keep doing your thing and the moment will happen. You know what I mean? So I try to teach them things like that, like, you know, the fighting mindset. So I know a lot of these kids ain't gonna grow up be a world champion boxer, but I know that when it gets difficult, they're gonna be like, I've been through something harder than this. So like that was one of the things that I wanted to do, because like, you know, moving out here to a suburban area, like I'm from the hood. So like my area I grew up in like shaped my character, you know, a lot. So like my kids don't have the same access to the street like I did. So like the only thing I could think of that to put that pressure on them to make them blossom was the boxing. You know what I mean? You have to think fast, quick. You gotta get quick on your toes, which also, you know what I mean? I do stand-up comedy. You know what I mean? And that's you know, that's why. Yeah, I'm a stand-up comedian. Me and my sister do shows all over.
Yeah, and that's what I was about to bring up. Yo, man. Yo, Kareem. Who's your sister? Who's your sister?
Karina Ford, the one up there. The one up there with the little shape up.
The queen got a brother.
So handsome. Look at you showing all your muscles. Yo, bro, you know what? I think what a lot of people don't know about you is that like how you even started this gym with nothing, like how it all started.
And just so you know, if you end up hearing a poem about waiting versus patience, I stole that from you. I'm just putting it on blast now.
Yeah.
So we don't have legal issues there.
Send me the little meme or whatever so I could, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
I got more where that came from.
And I think this is like the most important part. Like what he does is great, right? But how he started this as a black man with nothing is way more amazing than anything. This dude to me exudes black excellence, you know, as a man, you know what I'm saying? So does Just, but you know what I'm saying? Both of you guys do. And it's perfect that you guys are here together. You're both from New York. This is dope. You know, bro, just give him a little skinny on how you started it and what it is now, because it's dope. Listen to him.
Well, first, I was working at a gym not too far from here. And, you know, they had hired this new manager and like he was supposed to come in and like, you know, right the ship, but everything was fine. He just wanted to come in and be like a little tyrant or whatever. So I got into an issue with the guy, you know what I mean? So, you know, long story short, he said he got head bunted, but there was no footage of none of that. So just to clear that up. You know
that's right.
There's no footage anywhere.
If it ain't documented, it never happened.
Yeah, it ain't never happened. If a tree falls, you know how that go. So so me and him got into an altercation, and you know the owner, you know, he was a cool guy, but you know he had to let me go. I get it, you know what I mean. So like I told him when I left, I was like, listen, man, we gonna be cool. I was like, you a cool guy, I just don't like the way, you know, sometimes you do business. I was like, you know, maybe we could be cool if I don't have to work for you, you know what I mean. So like so I left there, and I was working with one kid, and his family, they own a pool business, they install pools. So they went on vacation because it was around February time when I got fired, and they come back like when it gets springtime because it's time to install the pools. So the mom had called me up and she said, hey, I'm ready to get some more sessions. You know, my son is doing his thing in school. You know, I like him doing the boxing with you. And I was like, listen, I don't have a spot anymore. They fired me from the spot. She was like, what? So as I'm talking to her, she was talking to her dad, and he owns a building and he has an empty space in. So he was like, listen, my dad got an empty space if you want to check it out. So I was like, all right, cool. I check it out. So like, so I come down to the space or whatever. Like I told my wife I was going to go look for some jobs, which I was, so I was going to come look at the space and then go hand out some applications and stuff. So like I went down, looked at the space. She was like, this is the space. I was like, this is it. I was like, this is it. So I was like, how much for the rent? So he was like, you know, like he was like, give me like, you know, 1,100, whatever for the first, you know what I mean, whatever, and then I'll hook you up after that. So like we had like 1,500 in the bank, right? And I was supposed to use that to buy a car because I got into a car accident a couple months before that. So I was supposed to buy a vehicle with the 15. So I just gave her the money and signed the lease. Wow. So I came home. My wife was like, hey, you any luck? You talk to any managers? And I was like, no, but we got a boxing club though. So she was like, what are you talking about? I was
yeah, because I'm trying to hear that part of the story.
I was like, yeah, I signed the lease, so we own a club now. She was like, we don't know how to run a club. I was like, well, then we got to get going then. We gonna have to research something. We gonna have to Google something right now. Because I already gave the man the money. I gave him the money already. It's gone. I guess gone. Wow. So that's what we did. And you know, I do comedy shows, I produce comedy shows, and that's how I was able to get the revenue up to pay for everything.
Wow.
Super dope.
Yeah.
Wow.
And wait, bro, you forgot to tell him another part.
Oh, what's
you was there for a couple years, then you know.
You're talking. Okay, so
yeah, you know the other.
So initially, the first boxing club, which is, you know, is still in the same area. I was next door. Right now, I'm in the addition for the boxing club. So we expanded.
Okay, expansion.
Yeah, we expanded. They had the Napa here, the Napa Auto. They was here. So
okay.
So yeah, the guys that used to be here, they was a little angry, you know what I'm saying, old white dudes, like grumpy old white men, kind of, you know.
Grumpy old man.
Yeah, they was giving me a little crap. So I was like, they got to go. It's time for them to go out. So when the owner was like, hey man, you know, the lease almost up, what you trying to do? I was like, I'm trying to get them out of here. That's what I'm trying to do.
I love my people.
So he was like,
I want everyone listening to know that I love my people.
Yeah,
okay?
so he looked at me crazy, like, what you mean they occupying the space? I was like, well, I'm here to make an offer. What we doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, so then he was like, all right, man, you know what I'm saying? So he got him out of here. You know what I mean? I guess I looked like a bigger upside, and he went with me. So
obviously you did the right thing. Kareem, I gotta tell you, man, it's been a pleasure having you on here, man. And like I said, bring us your stuff, your promos, whatever. We want to promote your business right here on Unvaccinated Voices. We'll have your stuff up every week.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Y'all out there in Connecticut, y'all can check them out. If you're not, you already know the deal. Download the app. You can do yourself something positive. Do not deny yourself. Hey, Kareem, why don't you stick around for a little bit, man? We got a couple of people. You got to see your sister do solutions. You're gonna love this.
I'm doing it live. I ain't going nowhere.
But check it out. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna break because it's time for Enlighten Me with Professor John C. Hinton. What y'all say we just get into it and get enlightened?
Get ready!
What's going on, good people? So I was asked real quick to do, and it's hard to just narrow it down to our Black and brown, our people who have been such an impactful on our lives and on this nation, on this world. So I thought of three people that I can honestly think of. The first person that I can think of that created a magazine or a newspaper called the Chicago Defender. That individual's name is Robert S. Abbott. Now, this newspaper was created back in 1905 in the brother's kitchen while he paying rent. And basically, this newspaper was the force of millions and millions of Black people from the South, the segregated South, migrating to the North, the Great Migration. This was the biggest paper in the country, and it specifically talked about Black issues, the racial unjust, and also the lynchings that was going on. It was a newspaper that wasn't allowed to be read in the South because the Ku Klux Klan and other individuals that ever caught anybody, they used intimidational tactics, and white businesses would not allow this newspaper to be used. So basically, it was smuggled in the South, and it was also read in churches that discussed not just the Black issues that was going on, not just the lynchings that was going on, but the injustices and where you can get a job in the North. So people was going by the thousands on trains going to the North to get better opportunities. The other I had to bring up was the oldest magazine. And the oldest magazine was by John Johnson. And this magazine is Ebony Magazine. Every Black person got an Ebony Magazine and a Jet Magazine somewhere in their bathroom or in their living room. This magazine was created in 1945. And what Mr. Johnson did was he had this magazine that had a lot of prominent Black entrepreneurs, business people, entertainers, artists, and so forth on there. And this was the oldest magazine in U.S. history, and as well is it dealt a lot with social issues in the 50s with segregation going on. So it dealt a lot with the NAACP. And then in the 60s, it started talking about the Black Panther movement. And as you know, in the 70s, it went on to discussing the platform, a lot of black people that was on, what's his name, Jimmy Carter's administrative staff, it started getting into political issues. And then toward the 80s, it also started talking about another aspect, all of our black entrepreneurs, our leaders, Prince, Eddie Murphy, all of the people that was impacting our lives. Okay, going a little further, last but not least, we have to talk about the person, in my personal opinion, that has impacted America today. And that is our VP, Kamala Harris. I truly believe if Kamala Harris was not on Joe Biden's ticket, that Donald J. Trump would have been the president of the United States again. I think Kamala Harris saved this democracy. Coming from a historical black college and having black women galvanized to save this democracy, that woman right there, in my personal opinion, who is the first woman of color to be vice president and going to be, in my personal opinion, in 2024, the next president of the United States. This woman right here will be ready because Joe Biden learned what it's like to be in a black man's shoes for 8 years behind Barack Obama. And now she's next in line. This woman right here, I think, helped save democracy as black women did much, many, many times before. So that's where I'm going with it. Essence Magazine, Ebony Magazine, Kamala Harris, and as well as the newspaper, The Defender.
Yo, man, if you wasn't enlightened after that, you have issues because that was serious. That was definitely serious.
It was deep. I was trying to ramble it on. I'm like, okay, I have 3 minutes.
But that was deep. I was feeling you.
Oh, can I just say this real quick? Well, real quick. This is 1905 when that newspaper came out, and they made sure that in their newspaper they never used the word Negro or black to describe. They always said the nationality. They never said black. They never said Negro. They never wanted to use that because it was depicted in derogatory signal.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Yo, y'all, we have been talking over the last couple weeks. Send me your feedbacks, unvaccinatedvoices@gmail.com, uvvoices@gmail.com. Just want to let you guys know we got some people that's definitely down with us, of course. Don't forget, every Monday, live, 10 o'clock on IG. You're interested in starting a business, here's a brother that knows how to do it. Let's Talk Business with Cousin Paul. All right? That's live on IG, Mondays, 10 o'clock in the morning. Make sure you tune in, share, prepare your questions. He got the answers. If he don't have the answers, somebody he know will have the answers. And we got Cousin Paul as another one of our Black excellence people and guy that owns his own business.
Entrepreneur, baby.
Thank you. One soon. We're also getting it together, folks, because a lot of people been asking about it. You guys need to also get some sales because even though Cousin Paul's been running out a lot of stuff, so I'm telling you right now, if you want to get them slides right now, they're gone. All right, that's why you cannot delay. When we tell you about these guys doing this stuff, you need to jump on. Another person, right? Key Harrell, 911 Fashions. Get with it. You got kids. This woman got stuff for your kids. You can't beat that with a stick. Now she's starting to bring stuff for the kids. A lot of her stuff is selling out like crazy. You got to check out 911.com. Make sure you check her out. That's not hard to do. You know what I'm saying? She's got good stuff for you. The stuff is good. It's on point. All right. It's www.ixxi911 spelled out.com. You can't beat it with a stick. If you got kids, I'm telling you, you definitely want to get in on this because she's got the stuff. She got everything you need. It's going to work out for you. So make sure you check him out. And of course, Blue Boy Boxing, he's going to be there and he's going to be there with us. Oh, one other thing I forgot to mention. I wanted to actually push this too. John was telling us last week about the Outlaw Johnny Black. They're doing fan funding campaign for this movie. All right. Black filmmakers, making the movies. We want to see this. I've seen a preview already. It's on point. I sent her $25. Don't tell my daughter that because she's going to want it matched. All right. No, I sent her 25, so I'm good. So, but no, check it out.
For the business, I need the personal.
There you go. Hashtag Outlaw Johnny Black and Johnny Black, Outlaw Johnny Black, themovie.com. A hashtag going. I'm sorry. I messed up. But anyway, you gotta look it up. They're doing a crowdfunding, and when it comes out, make sure you go see it, because the only way these movies get made is if we go out and support our people doing the right thing. Go ahead, John.
Eddie, I just got the message too. Also, pause pull-out radio. We are running out.
I knew it was coming.
We are running out.
I knew it was coming.
He's letting you know right now. He got 3 left. If you get it right now, you get a pull-out radio and a nip. You get a nip and a pull-out radio. And like Paul always says, if you don't want to pull it all the way in, just pull it in the tip.
On that note, ladies and gentlemen, as you always know, I made y'all a promise when this show first started that I would never end this show without you getting a solution to what's going on. The Queen, she coming to your neck.
Look what I did, I made history. They don't know what to do with me. Ain't looking back, keeping it moving. I know exactly how to do this. Keep smiling, make 'em wild. Stay loud, don't dumb it down. Hold my crown up to the sky. Hold your crown up to the sky.
Unmute.
Yo, welcome to another Solutions. I mean, this show has been fire. If you don't think so, I don't care. Anyway. Yo, you say, what is Black excellence, right? Is it working for a prestigious company, or attending or graduating from a prestigious school, going pro in a sport, or signing a multi-million-dollar contract, for entertainment? Or is it being successful in social media influencing, or a public figure, or being a successful entrepreneur, or creating a dope side hustle, right? Is it? Some believe it's the perception of just being wealthy, or being a genius in your field, exceeding all expectations regardless of inequality. Most even feel like having the knowledge to know that it's bigger than you. You see, Black excellence is subjective. It really is. It can be all of the above or none of them. How about this? How about when you graduate from that HBCU, you come back and donate time or money? If you have a successful business or career, how about you come back to your community and give back, to keep the image of us always giving back as a mandatory opportunity to encourage others? Now that's the solution, baby.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what it all is. The solution every week, of course.
That's right.
He always has it for us. Hey, I want you guys, I want to thank all y'all for coming out. I want to thank our guests, Kareem Blue Boy Boxing. Definitely a knockout interview. I'm sorry, I had to say it, man. I couldn't help myself. Right? And now the decision. And of course, Justa Verse, Melanated Publishing. Like I said, you see her every week, and you guys don't take it for granted. There's stuff on there that's going to help you. I don't care what your background is. Matter of fact, a lot of you Asian folks out there going through changes, check out Melanated Verses. There's something in there for you too. It'll help you understand exactly more what's happening to you right now. You know what I'm saying? We got future episodes coming up. We got different people coming on. Karina Ford, as we know, is a life coach. She's going to be talking out because everybody always hears about life coaches. You don't really know what the heck it is. You know what I'm saying? Just like me, I was dumb too. You know what I'm saying? So just make sure y'all check that out. Want to thank everybody for coming out this week. We've had an absolutely great time. This has been an absolutely great show. To our guests once again. Once again, Kareem Blue, Just a Verse,
Appreciate
Kareem
y'all.
Fort, John
Nice, sis.
C. Hinton, and Paul's Pullout Radio.
Go to that dude's gym. Learn how to fight. Don't be like Kevin Hart, Daddy. Don't be like Kevin Hart, Daddy.
And also don't forget
in front of your kids.
Also, don't forget Blue Boy Comedy, because Kareem Blue is also a comedian, and we'll be bringing out. In fact, that we gonna get some of his stuff, and we gonna put it up for y'all. You can watch this show again, ladies and gentlemen. You can watch the show again on IG. It'll be on by Friday. You can check it out again, and you'll have a good time. Thanks a lot for coming out. We appreciate you. For everybody here, for all our guests, my name is Edward H. Clark. We'll talk again.
Abuse my love. I want to bring the music back to what it was, what it used to be. When we felt a vibe, deep inside, close our eyes and let go. See, cats from Aretha to Stevie, Shaka to the Black MJ, India to Jodeci's first 2 CDs, Talib to Flame, and music to me, just a verse. Have and will maintain the love behind the scenes, behind the green. You feel me, Flame?
Yeah, I propose we stay grounded.
Cause this craft we have mastered is founded on a greater plan that has somehow been tainted, but
we strive to maintain it, claim it without shaming it.
We need to start a new path seldom taken, venture into a world forgotten, a world of talent and love of music, where artists wouldn't dream to abuse it.
Yo, peace, Just a Verse.
Alright, Flame.
No doubt.
We out.